if this were up to you and you were advising the president, would you take an off-the-rack 747 from a foreign country?
Well, thanks for having me, Joe. I think the ambassador, had some key words there. In terms of whether I would let the president ride on the plane or not, I think everyone had an understanding that this particular model plane was going to be a bridge plane from the old Air Force One to potentially the new. And I think you have to rely on Secret Service, Homeland Security, and other intelligence reports of the destinations to really decide on the appropriate, level of transportation for the president. If the Secret Service or intelligence briefings deem that the capabilities of the plane are okay for that particular destination and the advanced team okays everything, I think it's perfectly fine. It's when you get into those situations of getting to places where there may be some intel that suggests that you may be compromised, that you may want to think about other means of transportation.
Man, well, without betraying any classified information about the airplane, can you give us a sense and maybe be our decoder ring on what exactly these reports are referring to? What does a military VC-25A, the old Air Force One, I know they're working on a new B version now, have that a normal Boeing 747 does not have?
Think about the old Air Force One. You have a plane that's been through a lot of different iterations. And what I mean by that is you have the time necessary to provide countermeasures, have infrared systems for missiles or weapons, things of that nature. You also have a plane that's been hardened, for different types of inbound or outbound flights. So when you look at the new plane, the time that was allotted for things to be switched out and it to be converted into something that's suitable to carry the president or any other head of state, there just wasn't enough time to do those types of things. And so, with the new plane, I'm sure it will have all of the same defensive countermeasures as the previous Air Force One. And whether that be Marine One or whether that be the Camp David package or whatever the president is being transported in, you want to make sure that it's appropriate for that type of particular site or that particular destination.
Are we talking like electronic countermeasures? Are we talking the ability to shoot chaff at a missile that's approaching the airplane?
Yes, we're talking about the whole kit and caboodle, right? Countermeasures, chaff, the ability to spoof missiles and things like that. So the full, complete security package. Which you would expect, right? You would expect for a vehicle carrying the leader of the free world to have. So there has to be an appropriate level of communication with this bridge airplane, and in terms of places it can go and places that quite frankly, it shouldn't go.
Pretty remarkable that it was 2 years ago next week, Brian. I just heard this on my way into the studio that we first spoke with you following the attempt on the president's life, the then candidate Donald Trump's life in Butler, Pennsylvania. That, of course, was followed up by a congressional task force, reforms and budget changes at the Secret Service. But just this week, the president was in Turkey talking to the world about how he was the #1 name on Iran's target kill list. Is he safer now than he was in Butler?
I believe he is safer. I believe those appropriate defensive measures have been put in place. There's a long list of items within Homeland Security that I'm sure, the agency has went through to make sure that the president is in a safer spot. But we're in a world where, that's a zero-sum job, right? One thing can go wrong, and you can have a fatality. So, when you think about all those types of things that need to be put into a security plan, whether it's the transportation or protecting him at open air rallies, different sites, those things are very important. The details of those things are very important. And it's also important for our White House staff and security to understand that the communication has to be there to protect them.
Interesting. I'd like to ask you lastly about this report in the Wall Street Journal that Israel shared new evidence, new intelligence with the United States showing a brand new, a fresh kill plan by Iran, a plan to kill President Trump. The Israeli embassy in Washington declined to comment here. White House referring the paper to comments the president made already. When you hear a report like that, give us a practical sense of what that means. Do you believe there are assassination squads in this country?
Yeah, I think we would have to be pretty naive to think that there aren't assassination plots against the heads of state within our country, whether it be President Trump, President Bush, President Obama. The threat level has always and will always probably remain very, very high. We have those that seek to do harm for whatever reason, whether it be for political reasons, whether it be for financial gain. So I have every confidence that the Homeland Security, the agencies that protect us abroad, Central Intelligence Agency, National Security Agency, National Geospatial Agency, which we have right here in St. Louis, I have every confidence that those agencies are doing their due diligence and protecting the heads of state.